I've just got another scrap box this week, which I couldn't resist. I've broken it up into different piles. So this is the actual scraps or stuffing that wouldn't be any use for anything else. Then I've got a pile of learn to sew on, I've called them. So it's this lot here. There's little bits of chiffon, there's bits of cotton, there's bits of cotton double gauze, stretchy stuff, non-stretchy stuff, thin and slippery stuff, velvet, and a little piece of PUL. And those are actually really useful. If you've never sewn on those fabrics, then it's a good opportunity to give them a go and have a little practice. See if you like those particular fabrics. If you're new to an overlocker, then you've got lots of bits of stretchy stuff there that you can practice with. And there was this little piece here. I don't know what fabric it is, but it's given me an idea of what it looks like. So sometimes that's another useful reason for getting these scrap boxes, is just to see what a fabric looks like in real life. Next pile is what I'm calling my scrunchies pile, and there's chiffon, stretchy stuff, and this, which I don't know what it is, but it's very, very pretty. It's quite thick and it's very, very, very stretchy, but I'm sure it'll be on the website somewhere. It's completely black on the back side and patterned on the front. But as I say, scrunchies, so all very useful. This is my pile of big pieces. There's pieces of this very thin knit fabric. Personally, I'm not very keen on it, but I think it's actually very useful if you like lightweight cardigans. And these pieces were all about 10 to 15 inches. So you could make something with those without any trouble. I've got some cotton lycra, quite a few pieces of cotton lycra in various shades and colours, some plain, some patterned. They don't appear to have any marks on them. They appear to be in good condition and perfectly usable. I think that one's actually French terry, not cotton lycra. But I think you can make things out of these. Some of them are really quite big. This one, for instance, is... So this one is 18 inches. So you could get something small out of that, maybe a little vest top or something. And the same with these. The plain stuff is always useful because you can combine it with patterned to make t-shirts and things. This one actually is French terry as well, and that was quite a big piece too. You'd get a top out of that. Also in the useful size pieces is some fleece. There's another piece of cotton lycra there. Fleece pieces that are quite big. This would make a snood easily. That one would be big enough to maybe make a little pram blanket or something, which would look quite nice. There's several bits of georgette and chiffon, again, that you could make tops out of these, those little spaghetti strap tops. There's plenty in all of these to make those. This is a piece it's tubular cuffing, and there's 18 inches of that. This is what you use when you're putting waistbands and collars and cuffs on t-shirts, so that's nice, it's a useful piece. This is a nice sized piece of double gauze that you could make a little top out of that. This is an odd shaped piece of fleece. It's been cut all over the place, but I'm sure that somebody could find a use for it. That's another piece of cotton lycra. It's a plain piece, and again it was quite big. It's 16 inches in Air Force blue. There's a couple of shiny satiny pieces. This one's textured, this one's plain, and they are big enough probably to make bag linings for small bags, but I don't sew with anything shiny because life's too short for me and I'm very lazy. I just like a simple life. I absolutely love this piece of silvery shiny stuff, and I'm sure somebody will have fun making something with it. Same with this. It actually looks like a jumper, so I quite like that, but I wouldn't use it. It's too small, but somebody else might use it. All stretchy. The bog standard white or cream see-through stuff, I got 3 pieces of that, and again fairly decent sizes. I've no idea what anybody does with those. I'd love to find out. This I think is linen, but I'm not sure. I've never had anything made with linen, so I can't identify it. It's 13 inches. Not sure what you would do with it, but I thought somebody might use it, even if it's only to practice sewing with linen. That's another piece of cotton lycra that I missed. And this is crinkly, very stretchy, thin, floaty, pink stuff that again you could make something with. Clothes-wise, it's 22 inches long, so I'm sure you could find a use for that. Those are the pieces that I probably won't keep, and I'll donate them to that lady who was thrilled to get the bits last time. So in the pieces I'm going to keep, it's not because I want them all, but because I think I'm going to practice things with them. These thinner strips of cotton will actually make zip tabs or key straps for bags and save me actually cutting long thin strips, so that's quite useful. This is a little piece of fleece which I nearly put into the giving away pile, and then I thought, well, actually I could use that to make the eyes and the beaks for the owls that I make. These two, in all honesty, I may not bother keeping them. It was just to see what I felt like to sew this sort of wool type fabric. So I don't really want them, but I've never sewn with anything like that. This is the knit fabric. It's nice and thick and chunky, and it's nice to see what it's like. I think it's a cotton knit. It feels like it's cotton. I've never bought any because I wasn't sure what the quality would be like, and it's not the cheapest fabric on the website. But now that I've seen it, and I'm going to have a little practice with sewing with it, it's something I might consider for the future. I don't know what fabric this is, but I thought it was quite pretty, so I thought I'll try and find out what it is before I decide whether I keep it or not. I had some of this in my basket because I thought it was pretty, and I thought actually I have no idea what I would do with it. It feels like it might be shower curtain material, I don't know. But it is pretty. It's sort of crinkly, rustly. Definitely wouldn't be for making clothes with. And again, I thought I'd just hang on to it and see what it sews like, and then I shall probably donate the rest of it. This is a big piece of green cotton that will be useful at Christmas when I'm making Christmas decorations, and it's actually 32 inches long. I didn't see any flaws on it when I had a look earlier, so there may be, but I haven't spotted them yet. I'm not quite sure what this is. It feels a little bit like canvas, but it's thin, but I thought it was really pretty, so I'm going to try and find out what it is and see if I can use it. The piece I got was 19 inches, so it's a nice size. If nothing else, you could make cushions with it, or cushion covers. Again, I'm not quite sure what this is. It's slippery and shiny, and I think I'm actually going to change my mind and put it in the other pile just because it's slippery and shiny. But piece itself was a good big piece of 23 inches. So whoever gets that will be able to make something decent with it. They'll probably appreciate it more than I do. I got a couple of pieces of the white bamboo toweling, which is really useful for making face wipes, so never say no to a bit of toweling. This one will be an end of bolt, I presume, judging by the change in colour. But I got some of this in a previous bundle, which I hung on to. It's baby cord, I think, some sort of cord anyway, and combined with the other piece that I got, it would probably make a little outfit for my smallest granddaughter. This one, this may be polycotton. I'm not quite sure, so I'm going to check out the website and have a look. I did do a burn test on it, and I still couldn't tell. So that was quite a nice size piece, and again, if it will be used. This, not sure if this is cotton or polycotton, so again, if it's cotton I'll keep it, if it's polycotton I'll part with it. The same for this one, which is quite nice. It feels a little bit stiff, which is why I think it might be polycotton, but it's a nice big piece, so if it is cotton, it's 22 inches, that'll be very useful. This again is going to be an end of bolt because it's got a different shade on the fabric, which is a shame, but I'm going to have a look and see if I can do anything with it. Again, I'm not quite sure what this fabric is called. It's very stretchy and it's ridged, so I have to look it up and see what it actually is. This feels like it might be waterproof, so again I'm going to check that out. Quite a nice size piece again of that. It's 17 inches, so again I'll check out what it is and see if I can use it. That's a small piece of PUL that I may or may not keep. I just put it in the keep pile while I think about it. Very often you get these labels attached to the fabric you get in these boxes, and the labels are a pain to get off. You know, usually they get stuck on there and you can't get the whole thing off. This one's actually coming off fairly easily, just to prove me wrong. Oh no, there we go. Oh, not a mark on there, but there's also some red writing on there. So you have to watch these because sometimes you'll get things on it that you didn't realise. So not sure if there's going to be enough in that to make anything, but I'll have a look, and if not, it will go in the donation pile. And all of these other ones I've bought, so having a little bit of extra is very useful. This is the John Loudon Waves fabric, so I got that green turquoise piece, the black, the dark green, more of the black, and again the turquoise bit and the black bit here were big. That's 22 inches, so you know that's in itself you can make something with that. I got the brown, which I hadn't actually bought any of the brown because I thought it wouldn't be very nice, but actually it is quite nice. And that one I've got 13 inches of. I've got 6 inches of the blue. Also got a bit of this. This is the other John Loudon that went really, really cheaply. This is fabulous. It's really, really nice. I love both of those. And this one I got 14 inches. Again, I don't see any flaws on it, so that will be extremely useful. And a little bit of the llamas, which I had already bought. But what I can do is I've made, with these sort of smaller bits, I can make a little purse to match a bag if I make a bag in that green, or when I make a bag in that green. So it's a little extra something that somebody might want to buy. So that was what I got in that bundle, which for £7 plus postage, I'm not going to complain. I think it's fabulous and I'm really pleased with it. And also I'm really pleased that I've got so much that I can now donate to the other lady who will benefit greatly from that. But this little pile, in all honesty, is worth £7 to me. You know, it's not that little a pile. So, yeah, I think I got a good bargain this time. Probably one of the best ones I've had.